All right. I will go ahead and share as well. Let me see here. Hello, everybody. Hi, peoples. Let me see if I can find the share feature. I got to find the link. Here we go. Copy link. Okay. Let's see. Hi, Rose. We're just sharing out right now, and then we're going to get to the show on the road. So we'll see how that goes. Let me share out. Are you sharing in Rose's group, Mel, or do you want me to?
Will you go ahead and share?
Yeah. Sharing now. Do, 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 do. We're just sharing out, everyone. I'm doing good, Rose. It was a busy day. Like always, work, work, work. I went out to dinner with my husband this evening, so it was fun. We went out with a couple friends. We're just getting ready to share a couple other places. Whoops. I'm just sharing out in all of these groups. I know dead space is like the worst. Well, let me talk to everybody when I am here. Hi, Lady
Hi,
Eva.
Hi, Troy.
Hi, Troy.
Hi, Lady Eva.
Hi, everybody. We're just sharing out right now, and we're going to do some readings and some chit chat in just a little bit. Just let us share out. So if you're here and you would be so kind as to share out, we can get this show rolling. We are on Facebook and YouTube. Mel, did you share in beginners?
No, I have not, but I can.
Okay. Okay. How y'all doing tonight? I'm doing okay. It was so hot today, and then it rained for a little while, and I hate when it rains because I get so much less done when it rains. So much less. But that's okay because I still made decent progress on what I had to do today, and then I got to go out to dinner, so that was nice. Got to take a little break. You got to have the little rewards in your life. I am just finishing sharing out in all of these places. Let's see. Hi, Alex. I don't see your comments, but Rose said hello to you, so I'm assuming you're here. Oh, thanks, Rose. You're always so kind. Okay. Let me share a couple other places, and then we shall be ready. Let's see. Okay. I am just sharing a few other places. Oh, it says Alex is watching. Well, Facebook said that I was watching a video yesterday and I wasn't even watching it. I didn't even know the person had been live. Hi, Her Chosen. How you doing? We're going to do some tarot readings in a little while. So let me get my pen and paper stuff written down.
Hi, Sherry.
We got some new people here, which is good. We're going to talk about some gifts that people might have for a little while, and we're going to do some readings. So if you would like a reading, and the reading portion of the show is at the end of it, just jot your name down and we'll put you on our list and we'll get to you when we're done with the educational portion. Hi, Sherry. Almost finished sharing out. Let's see here. Let me just share a few more places so we can have a little bit of fun along the way. So I have a couple people that I need to share with. Okay, I think I'm done. Yay. Okay. Okay, Rose, I write you on the list for readings when we get to do them. And if you're new here, when you request a reading, we also need your birth date. Let me write Rose down on our list. Mel, what did you want to talk about first today?
I have a let me see the thing here if I can go back and
Mel's got a list of topics tonight.
anywhere. Let's see here. Who do I gotta put you guys down. There you guys are. Okay.
And if y'all have any questions about psychic abilities or natural gifts, feel free to ask them in the comments.
Well, first of all, maybe we can start with the list of the actual abilities.
Hi, Michelle.
I'm grabbing it right now.
Okay, Carrie, I'll add you to our list.
You can find the damn. There it is. Here, chat. There's a list.
Yeah, there's a list for readings at the end already because some people came in and were asking about them. I think we have some new people. So just remember to stick with us to the end so you can have your reading. I'll be reading with my Beautiful Creatures tarot deck today or my fairy tales. I haven't decided which one yet. Hi, Jewel. Hey.
I'm working
hi,
with
Michelle.
Dragon Magic today.
I guess we can do a little bit of dragon magic. Interesting concept is dragon magic. Dragons are very private creatures. They don't really like to be around people all that much. They have a lack of trust in them, so it's a little bit difficult to use that type of magic because they just are kind of hesitant. People have used them and hunted them for a long time, so they're no longer visible on this plane. At least that's what many people believe. It looks like, oh, you're listing off what they are. So if you want to work with dragon magic, there's a couple of very good books by DJ Conway. Very, very basic, but very insightful. She has a lot of meditations in her books that are very useful if you're interested in working in that type of magic. Melanie's posting. Rose likes her new picture, Melanie. Melanie's posting different types of gifts that somebody might have, which is clairvoyancy.
I just shared the clairvoyancies for now, but the big list I have in our private chat.
Do you want to just state them out loud, and then we'll go over each one at a time?
Let's see here. Well, for the clairvoyance ones, we've got clairvoyance, which is clear seeing. We've got clairsentient, which is clairsentient is clear feeling. Clear audio is clear hearing, and clear cognizance is clear knowing.
Yeah. Clear sentience is like your ability to see. So if you can see things on the astral plane, Or if you see like daydream style visions when you're awake, that would be clear sentience. Clear audience is when you can hear. Sometimes people hear things that other people can't hear around them, so they know certain things. For example, some people, if they're doing mediumship work, they might be able to hear the spirits, but they might not be able to see them. That would be an example of clear audience. And then the art of just knowing is just like, you ever look at somebody and just like know something about them, but you have no idea how you know it? That would be a clear audience.
Let's see.
Most people have clear sentience. Most, I would say that all humans have clear sentience, which is feeling. It's that feeling the eyes on the back of you, you know, when someone's watching you and you just know. So most humans have clear sentience as a staple, which is clear feeling.
Yeah, it's a little feeling that gives you goosebumps when you're in a scary place or around somebody that makes you feel uncomfortable. It's that warm, fuzzy feeling when you're recanting Christmas stories around the fire. That would be an example of it that almost everybody has used. Some people have it more
Yes.
it's more prevalent in them, so they might pick up on things that an ordinary person that is less used to using that sense might not.
That's correct. Some people just are more aware of it. Yes.
And Melanie also wanted to touch on empaths. Empaths is the ability to feel something that someone else is going through. So physical empaths feel physical pain that associated with the person. For example, if you're around somebody that has injured their back or that has been in a car accident, and you might feel their pain. Like if they broke their back, you might feel pain in your back. Or if they broke their arm, you might feel that physical pain. Then emotional empaths are when you feel the emotions of another person. So sometimes I have this quite a lot, actually, when I'm doing mediumship reads, especially if someone recently passed away. You feel how the person felt as they were passing. So sometimes you feel how the person you're doing the mediumship for feels as well. So it's anything having to deal with the emotion. So if you're ever around somebody and you just feel like you just feel like they're very sad and you're picking up on those feelings, or overwhelmed, that might mean you're an emotional empath. Intuitive empath is a little bit different because you don't really feel it, you just know how the person feels. So instead of feeling their physical pain, or instead of feeling their emotional pain, you would just know that they had that emotional pain. Like you'd look at the person, you'd be like, oh my goodness, that person is depressed, or oh my goodness, that person injured their arm. But you wouldn't actually feel it in the same extent as you would with the other types of empaths. Yeah, I figured you would, Rose. You are very, very good at doing mediumship readings, so I figured you would be very empathic in that manner.
I have all four, I have all four. So I have clairvoyance, clairsentience, clairaudience, and clairorganance, whatever you call that last one, the knowing. I have all of them, and they all work together, some more than others. So sometimes it's more of a knowing, sometimes it's more of a seeing, sometimes it's more of a feeling, and sometimes it's more of a hearing. So for me, it just depends on what the message is and what needs to come through for me, whether that particular message needs to be seen, felt, heard, or I just know. So I have the blessing of being able to pull on these when I need to clarify something. So if I'm seeing something, I'll pull on the sentient to feel it, and then I'll pull on the organs to know it. So I have the ability to be able to use all of that, but I would say that I am more of a clairvoyant and a clairognisance because of a seeing and a knowing.
Yeah, I use all of them together too. I see that they very much work together.
Yes.
In most cases, and that's how they work with most people. And we just touched on the four basic ones. There are
right.
there are others that go a little bit deeper.
Yeah.
So some other ones, for example, when I do a lot of mediumship reads, I pick up on like taste and smell. And taste would be clear gustions, and smell would be clear silence. And what they do is it's your ability to taste and smell what's going on. So like if I'm doing a reading on a grandmother and she liked to bake a lot, I might smell and taste what she's making, what she's cooking, what she did a lot when she was alive. Or if I'm doing a mediumship reading and it's the person that is deceased was remembering a specific incident at like a restaurant, I might smell and taste like what was around, what was there at the time, what they had.
Yeah, I do a lot of that with alcohol. If I smell a type of alcohol, I can usually with the smells, it's the type of alcohol because I usually get a lot of troubled souls. So it's the smell of certain alcohols, certain ryes, certain spirits that I can sort of smell. So yeah, I agree. And cigarette smell for some reason, cigar smell.
I get the cigarette smells and cigars a lot, and mostly cigars because a lot of older men that have deceased
That's
used to
right.
smoke cigars.
Yeah.
They were very common in the time period that a lot of people that I do mediumships on have lived in. So I get a lot of that. I'll smell like cigars or like the clipping of the cigars.
Yeah, or the pipe. Even when they put that cherry tobacco in the pipe, I can smell that too. When they used to smoke the pipe, like Popeye.
Yeah, I did one a couple weeks ago, and I kept smelling like the Swisher Sweet cigars, and like I'm very familiar with that smell.
Yeah,
With that smell, because it's a very like distinct smell. Yeah. So I'm like something about Swisher Sweets, and I mean, it turned out the guy enjoyed smoking like the sweeter cigars, and one of his favorite was the flavored Swisher Sweets. So it's very interesting. When
there you go. Yeah, very true. Very true.
I think most of us have many of the clair senses. It's just refining them and listening to them.
Yes.
It's kind of like the more you use it, the more you focus on it, the better and more refined that these senses get. And these senses are beneficial to each individual because they give us information that we don't have readily available to us right in front of us. So depending on what we're doing, it can be very beneficial in terms of knowing and understanding what either happened or is about to happen. Sometimes we pick up on these when we're having like some sort of premonition, other times when we're reading, and other times we just are sitting there reading a book, minding your own business, and you might smell these things or see these things, and you have to be able to determine how to use them in your life, what importance they have, what are they signifying, because usually when you pick up on something like this, it's kind of like the world's way of telling you need to listen to this, you need to pay attention to this, you might need this, listen.
I agree because in the world, everything is vibration. I mean, we were talking about frequency before, everything is a vibration. So if you're just happening to be on that vibration, you can pick up that. That's why empaths can do the physical, the emotional, and then the intuitive, because they're actually tapping into a certain frequency that is passing them by. So this is where I say to, people when they have this physical, emotional, intuitive, it's not, as an empath, we pick up on it and it's not ours, but we'll pick up on someone else's because it's it's a frequency that they are putting out. And we talked about how far frequencies can go from a personal being. I mean, your heart frequency can go up to anywhere to 50 meters body-wide circumference. So you've got to understand how many energies are playing at once. You walk into a hospital and you realize how many energies really are at play, and how many are suffering, how many are not suffering, how many are there to help the suffering, how many are healing. I mean, a hospital for me is your ideal place to register all different types of frequencies because they are all walks of life, walking in there for all different reasons. So if you ever want to test out any of this stuff, I'd suggest going to a hospital or even a nursing home, because you'll find that the frequencies that you get out of those places and what you can tap into is really amazing. But in saying that, when you're using all of these gifts for yourself, you've got to understand that there's also residual energies. There's energies that will hang on to you because you're good and you need to have a clearing out of such, and grounding yourself. And this is why we say it's not something that is to be played with, and it's not something to dismiss either. You must investigate these things and be attuned to what your frequency is. Once you know what your frequency is and what your vibration is, everything else around you will seem to come into play, and you'll know it much better. And it's practice. As Sarah said, the more that you use these gifts, the more that you practice them, the better and easier it'll be. It'll just like learning how to ride a bike, just like driving a car. The more practice you do, the better you are. And you find, you'll have special tools not to take on so much energy. This is where Sarah talks about shielding yourself about certain energies, and because it's all energy and it will attack you, it will be with you, it will let you into it, it might not let you into it. So it's knowing your own frequency, what your frequency is capable of, and then understanding all frequencies based off your frequency.
Yeah, and basically what frequencies are just the vibrational beat at which energy moves. So when you have different frequencies, energy always creates a vibration when it moves, whether it's you walking or the wind blowing or just the steadiness and calmness of the world around you. That creates a vibration, no matter how big, no matter how small. And it plays on the vibrations that you feel, which create these frequencies that Rebecca was talking about. So basically, when she's talking about frequencies, she's talking about energy patterns and signatures that belong to certain items or an individual or a certain set of circumstances.
Yep, absolutely. Bang on.
Anybody have any questions?
Can I add to this, Sarah, please? Because I want people to understand that even though energy is a frequency and it is a signature of something, don't forget that all energy can also be manipulated. And this is why I say to you, you must know your own energy pattern and you must know your own frequency, okay? Because all frequencies have a tendency to be manipulated. Music can be manipulated, an EMP can be manipulated. Anything can be manipulated. You have to understand your own frequency, your own signature to understand other signatures, because then you can always come back to your signature knowing that that is your safe place.
Yeah, when you're dealing with energy, it's very easy to think of it. I think it's easier to think of it when it's like a musical composition. If you're playing like Mary Had a Little Lamb on your little piano or whatever you're playing on, and you change a couple of the notes, well, it no longer sounds like Mary Had a Little Lamb, even though you're playing pretty much Mary Had a Little Lamb. When you add or take away a couple notes, it changes that vibration. It changes the frequency at which the song is played, which makes the songs different. That's kind of like how manipulation of energy works. Somebody adds something to it or takes something away. So you think it's one thing, but when you really look at it and examine it more closely, you find out that it's not quite what you thought it was.
Exactly. And that's why I'm so adamant on you knowing your own energy and knowing your own signatures, because this is where empaths have it's much easier for an empath to understand energy once they know their own energy. When empaths don't know their own energy, this is when they have trouble, because then energy vampires that don't know they're energy vampires will sit on people like that. So this is why I'm always imploring people to understand your own vibration and your own frequency before you do any work. Please.
I want to just touch on a couple things there. People often ask, how do I know my own energy? Because sometimes I might be upset that day, so my energy's a little off. To get to know your own energy better, you should spend time meditating every day. And as you're meditating, run through different feelings. And you can do this by running through different scenarios in your head that trigger those feelings. So if you're trying to trigger sadness, you might think of a sad movie that made you cry. If you're trying to think of happiness, you might think of something that made you happy that day. And really spend a few minutes listening to yourself and feeling how you feel at those moments that you feel that intense energy, because that's how your energy signature works. Everybody's energy signature changes slightly based on their mood and sometimes based on the people that they're around, because humans have this tendency to mimic those that they're around. So they want to act like and be like those that they are around. So pay attention to how you change when you're around different people. Pay attention to how you change when you're by yourself. Pay attention how you change when you're with your kids versus when you're with your best friend. And you'll get to know your own energy signature very, very well. And the other thing I wanted to touch on was Rebecca mentioned psychic vampires. Psychic vampires are people that take energy from you, and most of the time, they don't know that they're doing it. Why do they do it? They require more energy than their body and the universe is able to readily have available for them. So they feel very sluggish and very slowed down when they don't get that amount of energy. So the easiest way to do it is for their body to just take it from whatever's around. And if you're there, then that's going to be you. But most of the time, they don't even realize they're doing this. So the best method you can do to divert yourself from that is proper shielding, which we've covered in a couple other episodes, and we're not going to cover it today, but I did want to touch on it just because they don't know what's going on. They don't know that they're doing it. So if you notice somebody that's doing that and you have information to help them, you should share it with them, because most of the time these behaviors can easily be corrected. They can easily get energy in a manner that is appropriate and not harming those around them. They just haven't been taught how, or they don't know how.
Sarah, do you want to share? Do you want to maybe list off a list of examples of what it's like to be around an energy vampire or succubus that is taking your energy?
Well, if you're around a psychic vampire, you're going to feel they're taking your energy. You're going to feel very sluggish. You're going to not want to be around this person. You're going to feel maybe uncomfortable. You might feel like kind of like just very, very uncomfortable. You also might feel like you're being drained, like, oh my gosh, I had so much energy before and now I'm kind of like dragging. You're gonna have issues like that. You might feel like you just want to get away from that person, but and in some cases, now there's the opposite that happens too. Some psychic vampires actually have an alluring presence, so you kind of want to be around them, but as you get around them, you notice your behaviors might change. So you might be a little bit more manipulative. Your less dominant traits that are usually more malevolent might come out. So that's another way to look at it, as that. And in most cases, even when they do this, they don't realize what they're doing. They do it all subconsciously. So once they learn how to do it in a proper manner, it doesn't affect those around them in a proficient way. I can't talk today, obviously. Did anybody have any questions? Can you guys hear me? I think I might have froze.
I can hear you. Did we lose Rebecca?
Everybody was, I think I froze for like a split second. Oh, let's see. Oh, Matt's here. Hi, Matt. Well, welcome back, Jewel. I think my comments froze for a second here, too. Yeah. Well, we were just talking about psychic vampires for a little bit. And we were talking about different clairsenses. If anybody has any questions, we'd be happy to answer them. I think did we lose Rebecca?
Yeah, we lost
We did lose Rebecca. If anybody has any questions, we'd be happy to answer them. I don't know what else you wanted to cover, Mel.
Okay, I don't know if I was muted or not. What else is in there? Let me see what. Pardon. Chat. So we went over the the list of psychic abilities. It's also in chat. My nose is stuffy. Like there is like the knowingness, the claircognizance, the trance, mediumship, clairvoyance, abstract, intuition, inner voice, clairaudience, broadband telepathy, narrowband telepathy, pragmatic intuition, affinity, oneness, energy, distribution out of body, experience out of body, memory, clairsentience, survival instinct, premonition, psychometry, healing, telekinesis, manifestation, earth energy, and that should be. Let me scroll down here. That should. Oh no, there's more. Where the heck did the rest of that go? Oh no, that's the end of the list. But then there's also let's see if I can find it. And it goes into detail like the difference between like a precog empath versus, because there's two different types of empaths. There's the precog, and then there is the telepathic. And the precog is the most rare one. It is the what's going on here? The ability to predict the future or events. Let's see here. They're extremely rare. Let's see, to be shunned. And then the telepathic ones are. Let's see here. I'm scrolling through. I don't want to read all of it. Telepathic empaths can not only pick up information from others, but they can also transmit information to others. A telepathic empath could transmit her thoughts or energies into another person's, regardless of the time gap, physical gap, and separation between them. And it's also how it's both a blessing and a curse, and also how it can cause people to be depressed. And let's see here. Also, being able to read people's minds and know if somebody has ill intent. So it just kind of went and broke down like the two different types of empaths. And I need to blow my nose. Oh my goodness, my allergies are like kicking my butt right now.
Yeah, allergies are bad right here this time of year anyway. Hi, Casey. Jewel, what's the difference between what terms were you talking about? She left off a lot of them. And I don't know which ones you were talking about specifically.
I was reading the
Oh, bye, Sherry. Thanks for joining us.
Two types of empaths. There's the telepathic and the precog cognitive empath. Those are the two main types of empaths.
Is that what you wanted to know the difference of between telepathic and precog?
Yeah, I'm gonna share it to the chat or to the comments. I mean, here we go. Here you guys. There you go. That should help.
Oh, she was talking about the different types of empaths. What types of empaths did she want to know the difference between? Do you know?
I just named them off. Telepathic and precognitive.
Well, telepathic would be the ability to communicate without speaking to somebody else. So if you were, if I was communicating with Melanie without speaking, she would just know it. She would hear it.
Rose, I'm saying hello telepathically. Hi, Rose.
Yeah, it's a lot of times that particular form is really prevalent with mothers that have children, and their mothers just know what their children want before they need it or before they ask it. That's a form of telepathy. Precog is knowing something before it happens. So if you're able to predict the future, if you're able to see it, a lot of times precogs get like a little image or a little glimpse of something that happens before it happens, via a dream or via it in the conscious daydream style. Or just the ability of knowing something is going to happen before it does. They don't always have to see it that particular way. So I hope that answered your question, Jewel. Sorry, I'm trying to read the like 20 high cases. Supreme intuition.
Okay, I'm gonna blow my nose again.
What are you doing, Melanie? Saying hi to everybody all over every
Why
platform.
not? Might as well. I forgot somebody.
Because you're
Oh,
floating
shout.
Jewel, it's very probable and likely to be both. You can be both a telepathic and a precog. Sometimes a lot of these gifts go together. So if you have a lot of gifts or more than one, they work in conjunction with each other, with the other gifts. So if you have the telepathy, you might be able to use that in instances where you're also have the precognition. A lot of them play on each other and work well together. Gosh, I'm all tongue-tied today. You guys got me all flustered today. Did anybody have any questions on anything we covered here? Did you have any other points you wanted to touch on, Mel?
On my phone, so I'll be right back here.
You'll be right back. What are you doing? She leaves me unsupervised. Oh my God. Okay. I wonder where Rebecca went. Does anybody have any questions on what we covered here? If not, we'll probably move on to the reading portion of our live video. How many types of clair abilities, Sarah? Well, there's 4 major types of clair abilities, which we went over before in the earlier part of this broadcast. But there's actually, depending on what source you use, anywhere between 6 and 8 different types of clair abilities. The most common is clairvoyance, which is vision or sight. And then you have other ones that are less common, such as taste, which is clairgustance, and your ability to smell things as well, which would be clairsentience. And then you have, we went over them earlier, and my brain is like not functioning because I don't have them right in front of me. So I'm looking for the message that Melanie put them in here earlier. If you scroll up in chat, they're all written there, but she put them in my chat. So.
I didn't put them all. I didn't put them all into the chat, but I can
Well, I'm looking for where they are because
we get a private chat.
I know, but you posted so much stuff in there.
Well, I also have these.
But the major ones are the ability to hear, the ability to see, the ability to just know, and the ability of like touch, like touch sensation. Comment. I've been having problems with Facebook all day today. Like half of our city is out of internet. Like T-Mobile doesn't work anywhere. I didn't even have like the ability to call or text anybody most of the day because T-Mobile was just, I don't know if they hit a tower down or something. But it was crazy. I do not like not being able to be in communication with people. Clairs are just spiritual senses, extensions of experiencing things outside the 3D. That's very true. That is exactly what they are. and they just give them different names, so it's easier to just use like the basics. Like we can see, we can hear, we can touch, we can feel, we can smell, we can taste. That's what we do with our body, with our senses that we have. I can touch this pen that I have right here and feel it. However, if this pen isn't right here and I'm in a session and I am feeling a pen, it might mean that the person that I'm doing a session on is a writer or needs to write. So it's, when you are talking about the clair senses, it's the ability to do those same things without them being in front of you. So if this pen wasn't in front of me and I could still feel it, that would be an example of using your touch of sense in a manner that is not in the 3D world. It's the same thing with smell, taste, sight. I'm just reading Jules' comment. Yes, it makes more sense to understand on a broader scale until you get one that is uncommon. Yeah, that's true. There are some that are uncommon. The uncommon ones are always difficult because it's hard to find people that understand, especially if it's yourself that's going through it, because a lot of people don't go through it. Okay. Why do people always message me?
That was me, and if you, I put something in chat for
well,
you.
you did message me, but I also got like 5 other messages at the same
But I
time.
also put it in private chat for you to read from, so that way you don't have to worry about freezing up on the StreamYard.
Yes, I know, because it hates me, and my internet is like super crappy today. Super duper crappy. But if anybody has any questions, you can jot them down, and if not, we'll probably move on to the reading portion. I know Rose wanted a reading. Did she want it on something specific? Do, 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 do. You're quiet today, Mel.
Well, because I've been doing all of this. And oh crap! It keeps like it will only post like so much. And now I was trying with the phone too. Let's see here. I'm gonna put the rest of that in there for you, so it should help. We can
Will you
write up
find your
that.
wallet? I think you will. Okay, Jewel wants a reading. I know Sherry wanted a reading, but Sherry left. She stated a while ago she was leaving.
Who was?
Sherry?
Sherry. Oh, okay. That's what Rebecca needs. Has to have a do the mediumship for. But I believe it's gonna be in private.
Casey wants a reading. Or Cassie. I can't read.
Stevie Wonder here. Those who don't know.
I know. I need to I figure out how to read names on my screen.
Everybody just when you come in, just bump out some braille for her so she can fill it out while she's live. She can fill out the chat.
Okay, Rose, I'm gonna pull a card for you too. You ready to pull cards, Mel?
I will be in here in a couple minutes. I wanted to do one more thing, but you can go ahead. Well, I want you to read these off. I think these are important too. And then that would be
okay, read them off, and then we'll do Rose.
I know you. I was gonna say if you'd read them off, I gotta blow my nose again. Every time I open my mouth, it's like my nose fills up.
Oh yeah.
I don't know what the hell. My allergies are like really bad tonight. Like literally bad.
That's exactly what we all wanted to know.
Yeah, so I wanted to share all that with you. I'm having a big blow.
Oh, thanks for the brow, Jewel. Cassie, I put you down. I need to use the negative filter. That's what I use, Matt. A lot of times I have the negative filter on, but I can't, like with everything, it doesn't work. So I can't leave it on all the time, because if I do, then I can't see memes or watch video or TV or like the little video thingy. So I have to kind of flip it on and off, and I can't really use it when I'm on StreamYard because my phone doesn't like to work well. It says, Sarah is the best. I love her so much. Aw, thanks, Jewel. see if she thinks of that. What did you want read, Mel?
It's in look in private chat.
Oh, you want the whole thing read?
Well, it should be. It's kind of spaced out there. It's just the might be kind of weird to read. It's the
Yeah, you're gonna have to
7
read it
different types.
because it's on my phone screen and it's teeny tiny.
Oh, it's teeny. Oh, then and then you can't read it off Messenger because then you can't. Then it
Yeah.
Let me see if this might help because where did I put it?
There is
we
a
got
lot of
those right there. There you go.
There I go. What?
Let me see if I can read it from off my phone. Is that the asshole? Oh yeah, okay, yeah, that's right. That's me. Forgot. I was like, what the hell am I reading here? Okay, so it just talks about the 7 different types. The telepathic empaths, the precog empaths. We already covered that area. So let's see here. We're going to. Oh, there was one on the mediumship. Mediumship empaths and earth empaths, and I thought I should have a thing up there. So intuitive empaths, the emotional empaths, the physical and medical empaths, the geognostic empaths, the plant empaths, and the animal empaths. And that one just talks about the difference between the clairvoyance, mediumship, and psychic ability. Sarah, why don't you tell us what's the difference between psychic ability, clairvoyance, and mediumship, and channeling too? Because I think channeling's I would put that a separate spot too.
Psychic ability and clairvoyance
and mediumship.
Well, clairvoyance is just your ability to experience things outside of the physical world, where your psychic ability is what you are able to do in a proficient manner. For example, I'm trying to think of what I can compare it to off the top of my head. For example, everybody can ride a bike, and when you fall, you can feel it. It gets hurt. You get hurt. But with the psychic ability, everybody has a minute, at least a little bit of ability to be psychic in some capacity, but we usually push it down and we explain it away. People that are very, very intuitive and very, very good at psychic ability have developed that gift very, very well. So they're able to call it up and use it on a regular basis. And as they do that, they use the clairsenses, just like you did when you fell off the bike. You were able to physically feel something. It's kind of like that. You are able to use your senses that are not of this world to help you experience your gifts that you have, such as being psychic, in a more proficient manner. They're just tools to help you along the way, just like your senses here on this planet are there to help you. Your ability to see helps you to not walk into a wall. And the psychic world, your ability to see helps you to determine what choices you or someone else might make in the future for the best possible outcome of the situations at hand. And what were the other ones you wanted to know the difference of?
I think you and the other one I believe was mediumship.
Mediumship, how it's different than what? Than being psychic?
How it's from psychic. Just because you're psychic doesn't mean you have mediumship. Just because you have mediumship doesn't mean you're psychic. Like the difference between the mediumship and psychic ability.
Well, a psychic ability usually most people refer to it as knowing things that are going to happen before they happen, but that isn't the only way that psychics work. Psychics can also know the present of the person, so like what's happening in the present life of a person and what has already happened in a person's life. So when you are psychic, you know what happened at some point in a person's life, whether it's past, present, or future, and there's no logical way why you should know that information because you don't know that person. You don't have any means of actually knowing it for yourself in the 3D world. So you kind of use your ability to learn and understand what has happened, what is happening, or what will happen to a certain individual, or maybe your own life. It doesn't have to be one specific person. It can be many or a targeted person. So it's the ability to know things about the person that you shouldn't know. Mediumship, in most cases, refers to your ability to talk to spirits that have passed. So if somebody has crossed over to the other side and somebody wants to communicate with them, they would use a medium. A medium is somebody that can very readily talk to these spirits. Now, some people use mediumship work in a different manner. They use it similar to the psychic ability. And when they do that, they call on people who are spirits who have already crossed over to the other side, and they ask them information about the person. So you can use your mediumship ability to gain some psychic knowledge about a person. Hopefully that makes a little bit of sense.
Yeah.
And now I'm reading all
Oh,
these
God damn
comments. There's a bunch of them.
Sarah.
Yeah.
Sarah.
Yeah.
Look what just turned up on my doorstep.
Oh, my package. Open it live. This is what I sent Rebecca. Open it. You gotta see what's there. I sent Rebecca a lovely, lovely gift. I want to see you open it. I'm so
Can I have some
happy.
scissors, please? I went and picked up the kids. It was on my doorstep. Wow.
Good luck
brilliant?
getting into that box. Oh, I am so excited. Rebecca's going to do a reveal of lovely little gifts.
A reveal. Yay. Here we go.
I sent this package like almost 3 weeks ago, guys. So it has definitely taken its time getting there. I was so worried it wasn't going to show up or they were going to like break it or something.
I would have sued him.
I know, the damn thing cost me a fortune in mail.
I know.
They don't want things going to Australia, apparently.
Oh, yeah. Well, we're down under, you know.
I am so happy that you got it, though.
Oh, my gosh. Now I'm trying to get it undone. That's the fun part.
I know. I didn't want it to come open, so I taped it like tons and tons.
Oh, you taped it real good.
Yeah,
oh, my God.
I didn't want things to fall out of it. I was so worried.
I feel like a kid at Christmas.
Birthday. She wanted a tarot.
Well, it is on the 8th. It is on the 8th.
Soon enough. Happy early birthday.
Oh my God, look. I have American newspaper. Look, I have American newspaper.
Oh, that's our toilet paper. Remember, we ran up during the Cornelian virus shutdown. Remember, that's toilet paper now.
Oh, look. Oh my goodness.
I hand polished that one.
Oh my Lord. So I got some beautiful stones and gems. Oh, look at this. That's so steampunk. I love it. It's beautiful. Oh, I'm putting it on now, okay?
It makes a cool noise, too. I really like the noise it makes.
Yeah, it does. I'm just checking everything.
Yeah,
there's something in here.
Stuff in there.
Oh my!
It's been so long, I forgot what I put in it.
Oh, I got more! Oh, look at that one. Oh, I love it.
Oh no, we lost video. Rebecca, come back, Rebecca. I want to see the gifts.
Yeah, I'm keeping it.
Oh, that's got sparkles in it. Do you see?
Can you see me?
Yeah. Do you see the shimmer in that stone?
I know, it's beautiful.
It's mica.
Yes, look at it. Thank you. Oh my Lord. Hang on. Oh my God, there's more. Oh, that's a love heart.
Hey, Mom.
Yeah.
Can I keep the American newspaper?
Yes, you can keep the American newspaper.
Yes.
He wants a newspaper?
Is that quartz?
It's calcite.
That is beautiful. Oh, I love this one too. This is very shiny.
That's hematite.
Oh my gosh. Hematite. Thank you. I needed a piece of that.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
Ah, look, everybody.
How big are the cards?
Oh my god, you can go sledding on those
Oh, I
things.
can't wait to
Yeah,
touch them.
it's a pretty big deck.
You can build a fort with it on the backyard.
How big is
And what this is,
Mugwort.
this is the
Mugwort's the
sage.
best.
Mugwort.
Probably illegal for me to send to them through the mail to Australia. Oh, you know what?
I love you.
That the one's mugwort, and then the other is just a sage bundle with different flowers in it.
And it's always good to burn mugwort too at night
Thank
before you go to
you.
sleep. It helps with dreams and connecting you to the other realm and your guides as well.
That is
in
true,
both
and I
realms.
don't know if I put anything else in there. I don't remember. It's been so long.
I'm looking.
It's been
I
so long.
failed all of it. Thank you.
Oh yay! I'm like, I have no clue what I actually put in that box.
Hang
anymore.
on.
Yeah, mugwort's awesome. What is that? Oh, it's a little that
It's
shrine
red
thing that you made.
adventure.
That's cool.
It's red adventure.
They're beautiful. Thank you so much. I'm so excited.
Hey, you said I can keep it.
Thank you so much, Sarah.
That's so funny. I made your son happy too. He wants a newspaper.
There's toilet paper, remember? Toilet paper.
That is hilarious.
I'll be reading it. Thank you so much. They're
Yeah, you're welcome.
beautiful. Oh, I feel like a little kid in a candy shop.
And it's so close to your birthday. I'm so happy.
I know. It's like,
All right, you ready to read for Rose, Melanie?
Yeah,
We're gonna read
start the
for
reading.
Rose.
Rose.
Okay. All right. I've got my dragon. I've got my dragons today. Just some guidance today.
20.
Okay.
20. It's the 4th.
Yeah.
20.
Yeah, I know. You got 20 more days to your birthday. I know.
I
like
but it's
Who am I ready for first?
Four and Dad's got 18.
Who's first?
me, Rose.
Rose, okay.
It's the Four of Pentacles in the reverse position, which shows that you are not taking enough for yourself. Essentially, the lack of greed. You are doing so much for others that you're not doing what you need to do for you. You need to take a step back and focus on that. You need to do what benefits you. Otherwise, it's not going to be good for you. It's going to be a little bit more of a struggle. All right, now you can go, Rebecca or Mel.
I gotta grab my cards.
All right. I'm just going to shuffle and then split the deck and then pull one for the top for a lovely road. We have sheltered magic for millennia now, and it is nearly time for its rebirth. Feel hopeful, human child. There will soon be a wondrous moment for you from which a new world will be born. Ooh, I like that. That actually sounds good. I think you know what that means too. You've been sort of getting rid of some residual energy, I think, Rose, and you know it's floored you for a little bit. So it's time to do you, as Sarah said, because something, it's got to do, see, and it keeps saying human child, birth, born. So I think it's got a lot to do with this new member of the family. See, new moments coming. Well done, Rose.
Mel, you're
I'm
done.
sorry, Rose. I got my
hair in a knot. I'm trying to get this hair tie out and start whipping my hair out. And oh no. Uh-oh.
What?
I got my I got a hair tie stuck in my hair. Oh my goodness. Talk about it. See, supervision adult. I should have had some adult supervision.
I'm right here, Mel. You didn't tell me you were messing with hair ties, though.
Well, I don't know how to get it out.
Just leave it there for now.
Well, all right. Give me just 1 second here. Might help if I can see where it's at. And I guess I'm just gonna have it stuck in my hair.
I guess so.
So you got it. It's stuck.
We can't even see it if you throw it in the back.
Well, it's right here.
In the back. We won't even see it.
Oh, there we go. That's where it's stuck at. Found it. Okay, there's a clip in there. That's why. So, all right. I need to shuffle. So if somebody wants to entertain and do a song and dance real quick while I shuffle.
A song and dance? Well, I'm not standing up and doing a dance.
Well,
We were looking at Rebecca looking at those cards. Look at her. She says, I really like them. Aren't they pretty, Rebecca? She froze.
She did.
Tell Rebecca to do a song and dance and she freezes. Oh, you scared me, Mel. I thought you were talking about my card. I thought she was too for a second, Rose. That's why I'm like, uh-oh, what? What happened? You shouldn't do that when you're pulling a card for somebody. Scary business.
Okay.
But your hair looks pretty. I like that one.
Thank you. Yeah, I was gonna try to comb it out, but it's need to shave again. All right. Sure. I pulled up my vintage oracle. The.
Oh yeah, I like your vintage oracle deck. It's pretty. Rebecca's in heaven with them cards over there.
Yeah, just gonna have to show them.
I see her. She's back there. It's funny. Yeah, I think she looks good too. Rebecca, they want to see the cards.
I painted my nails all pretty.
Mine are all pretty too.
Ooh, gratitude. So gratitude, the thing with gratitude is like whenever you're giving out, whenever you're like, you breathe in the air and then you breathe out, gratitude, and you think the universe and you think things in your life and even to yourself and to your loved ones and to things you have. And whenever you are showing the universe and things around you like gratitude, there's like an exchange of energy where you can get like abundance and it alchemizes out negative energy and it's like the universe has a way of like just blessing with what you need. So, and again, when you're doing the gratitude, don't forget, yourself. But yeah, that just make deep breath air, let it out, and just, give that gratitude. I'm gonna put one more. And gratitude is always good. And it's always good, to express that.
Yeah,
Beck. It says a lot.
We can't hear you, Beck. And hi, May.
Healing.
If anybody else wants a reading, just jot your name down.
So with healing, and of course the healing, I think when it comes to healing, it's going to start with the mind and then it'll work its way to the body. It's like, acknowledging things, and then as you're acknowledging, going through and healing, like through the thoughts of it, healing the pain from it, healing the trauma, whatever it could be, but sort of in a mental state, and then to allow it in. But yes, and also that's really good too with healing. You can also heal through other ways of having a good time, music, good company, and doing things that make you happy. Reading a book, just spending that time out in the sun. So it doesn't necessarily have to be like actual healing. I mean, it could be just doing things that incorporate healing. But definitely doing something fun in music really comes to mind, and and doing what you love. But definitely healing and being very innovative with it is going to be because you got that Gemini moon, and so being very innovative with it and everything will really be very beneficial. So healing and gratitude. Hello, my last.
Cassie, I have you down.
Oh, my wrist. I have my wrist today.
Next we're doing Jewel and then Cassie.
Okay. Just like I have more stuck in my hair.
Real quick for Jewel.
All right.
Who we're reading for now?
We're reading for Jewel now. And people want to see your new cards.
Okay.
Yeah, Rebecca's connection has not been good as of lately. Oh goodness, there's two Cassies in. Oh, there are two Cassies in here. Oh my gosh, you'll have to read for. Yes. Oh my goodness.
So we're
only
reading
see
for
one.
Jewel now.
Well, there was one that was watching from YouTube too. Because this
Well,
one's from.
that's probably the same Cassie.
She said there was two. Cassie Derwin. Where's the other one? Let me scroll back up and see who it was. Because the other one was watching from let's see, I know I seen it.
Lady Eva. And the other one was Cassie Derwin.
No, there's a Cassie Perry too. I see two. There's Cassie Derwin and Cassie Perry.
I might have said up to the other one.
But I don't think Cassie Perry asked for a reading.
Ah. Damn right. Okay. She tried to
Roll all the way up.
All right.
What did you miss?
So who's next? Jewel's next?
Jewel is next.
All right.
Oh, Katy Perry wanted to, or Katy Perry. Cassie Perry wanted a reading too.
So for Jewel.
Okay, I got both Cassies down, guys.
Oh, there we go, Cassie Perry. Okay.
There's two. Okay, now we're gonna pull for Jewel. Oh, this is an interesting card. There you go, Jewel. I like this card because it's the one that's on the cover of the box. But this card is the Wheel of Fortune. This card indicates that things are changing, for the better and the worse. Things are changing. Sometimes things have to get a little bit scrambled up along the way to make way for these changes. So you might be going through a transitional period that is kind of a little bit dark and gloomy and withdrawn and pulled back, but it's going to lead to bigger and brighter things after that translucent period. So you're going to need to process through these. You're going to need to change. You're going to need to work on all the things that you have probably been putting down that you might not want to come to the surface. Okay, Rebecca or Melanie. And yeah, I know, Katy Perry, right? I mean, that's just what's stuck in my head.
Jewel, give me a number between 8 and 97, please. And while you're deciding that, I pulled a dragon card for you, which says Dragon Pledge. Commitment is a skill we dragons nurture. We now send all that you need to do what must be done next. And it will be so. So there's some stuff that you're deciding whether you should commit to it or not. So you need to sort that out, and then just the dragons have provided you with all that you need. What number did she choose?
Jewel and I were just talking about dragons just the other day.
Today,
and the number she chose was 29.
Too.
29 is her number, Rebecca.
Did she pick what number?
29.
29. All right. The dried flower fairy speaks. Do you remember that time when you played with the fairies in the garden? Do you remember when your imaginary friend was more real
real than your own parents? What of the first time you ever noticed your shadow quivering in the light? When you swam in the sparkling sea? When you kissed your first boyfriend? When you were given the gift for no reason? Hugged by a friend? Had a perfect day? Found messages from angels in the clouds? You seem to have forgotten all those little precious moments. So I've been busy gathering all these up for you. I now return them to you, so your sadness can be transformed. Let happiness, bliss, and gifts for no reason become possibilities that you believe in again. When I see you smile and treasure a moment from the past in the present, I know that my work is done. Remember how you didn't care whether you got dirty rolling down the hill on the grass? That sort of stuff, Jewel. Get back to the childlike Jewel.
Carefree.
There you go.
Oh, can I see the cards again? Can you show the cards again? Like, I want to see what they look like.
Hi, babe.
Rebecca, the new cards.
Oh, the cards. I want to see what they look like. I didn't get to see them. The new ones. Okay. Okay.
I put him.
All right. That's awesome.
They're easy to read with too. Much easier than I
They
thought
look
they would
great.
be.
I can't wait. I'm going to have a nice little read tonight.
I read with them before
I don't
They
think
feel
about the-
great.
I don't
I
think
love
about the
the
reading
energy.
after the live. The reading after the live, which
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
We'll do that.
By the way, thank you so much, everybody. I just want to let you know I've just received 2 more bookings. So thank you very much.
Yes, you guys booking sessions with us is what helps us be able to do these videos weekly.
Yeah.
Okay, Mel, your turn to read, Jewel.
okay. Let me shuffle. All right. I'm gonna do the Vintage Oracle. We do a hard shuffle. Ooh, let's do that across the room.
Hey, Matt.
Ah. How's issues here shuffling?
A dragon
Abundance.
in the shower. I'm not going to say anything, Matt.
No, it's abundance. You know, this is like when it comes to abundance, it's talking about information and the use of and the skill and the knowledge of that information and being able to apply it and a lot of it coming in and being able to understand it and being able to use that abundance of knowledge and information to acquire other forms of abundance. And I'm gonna pull another one here. And beauty. And the beauty card's always, you know, that's the card that always wants you to always reflect in on that inner beauty and the you know, because when you bring out that inner beauty, you know, it has a way of like radiating out to like not only just to the out parts of you, but to other people and to sharing the beauty of things, to remember the beauty of things and find the beauty within things, even when you at times when you don't think there is or that it's hard to look for the beauty because it's like that silver lining that we always overlook at times.
Mel, would you ban the
We have a
scammer?
scammer.
Yeah, well, you're gonna get an accurate reading of my finger, like right here. Like, go away.
You can go away, psychics readings. We're fine, thanks.
Yep, don't need you.
Okay, now, are you done with Jewel?
Yes.
Okay, now we will read Cassie Perry. Or Cassie Perry, yes. Do you have her birthday?
Also
I do
known
not
as
have a birthday.
Katy Perry.
Yeah, Kate, our new Katy Perry.
Do you need her birthday?
Yes, could I please get the birthday? That'd be great.
Yes, Cassie Perry, can we get your birthday, please? Do you have Cassie Derwin's birthday or no?
Yeah, she's a double Gemini. I know
Okay.
she is.
Well, we have yours then.
I'm on it.
Okay, we have another spammer, apparently.
Got it.
Okay, Cassie's birthday is Cassie
Ooh,
Carrie's
Libra.
birthday is October 7th. Oh, that's my son's birthday. 1992.
Libra. Okay.
So
That's the
you
most
have a
beautiful ones.
birthday. Let me shuffle these cards real quick. Okay. Here's the card I pulled for you. I pulled it in the reverse position, but I'll show it to you in the upright one so you can look at it. It is a Two of Wands, and this shows a lack of you making a decision. Apparently, you have a lot of situations in your life that require you to choose a path, pick what you want to do. And it seems like you're really struggling with that. It seems like you're having a very difficult time making that choice, making that jump. I think you have a fear that you are going to make the wrong choice. So if you don't make one, it's not your fault, right? Well, if you don't make one, none ever gets made, and then things stay the way they are in this kind of cycle where they're not moving. So you need to figure out what you want and focus on that. You can't not make the choice just because you don't want to make the wrong one. So in this particular case, any choice that you make is going to be better than the stagnant path that you're on right this second, because it's going to promote you to be able to move from where you're at, which is not necessarily a bad place, but it's stagnant. And when things stay stagnant for too long, they get mundane, people lose interest in them, and you are not progressing yourself in a manner that is helpful to yourself or your family. I hope that helps. And Rebecca.
Can I please, Cassie, have a number between 8 and 97, and I'll read you your dragon card while you pick a number, please. All right, so the dragon card that you got, dragon, says dragon power. We feel well-being is growing more and more. You feel free and fluid, fierce and strong in your movements. So this sort of highlights that with the procrastination of moving forward, nothing really happens, as you know, our beautiful friend Sarah said. So the dragon power they're going to give you now is that you're actually going to move in a physical way with your well-being, which is going to help you move forward and stop that propulsion of forward. We don't go backwards, do we? So you need to propel yourself forward, and only you can do that. And you don't want someone else to power your ship. So you're the one that's going to have to take care, because then you can navigate where you want to go. You that's in charge, yeah? So take this dragon power on. They're going to give you a bit of strength, and it's going to be strong. So know that it's for you. It's not going against you. It's to help you. What number did you pick, my darling?
78.
78. Let's have a look. $78.
It got real quiet all of a sudden.
Uh-oh, Becky, you froze.
I don't know if she can do that.
Oh no. Hopefully she pops back in a minute. We'll give her a second to unfreeze. Yes, I know. We're going to give her a second to see if she unfreezes. Sometimes, oh, she'll come right back. She'll come right back and do that. But in the meantime, Is she at the door yet?
No, not yet. Whoop. Ah,
Oh, I'm hoping she comes back soon. We'll give her just a second, and if she doesn't come, then we'll move on to the other Cassie's. We'll
oh, I
move
got
on
to pull a
to
card
them.
too. So
Oh, yep.
actually, I can do that while we're waiting for her to come back
Yep.
in.
Yep. You pull a card. I forgot you didn't go before her. So yeah, go ahead. Pull a card now. Your turn.
Okay. I was looking at the wrong thing. Was looking at the wrong thing for StreamYard. All right. Ooh. No. It's called gentleness. So gentleness, and that's it's a way of like being not only just like gentle in the way that you do things, but gentle on yourself and gentle to those around you. Like having that softness, like it's like something like you would add in with like compassion or add in with love. Just remember just to be gentle and to apply gentleness, because sometimes a lot of times we want to do another, we want to be more assertive or more forceful or more to get our point across, but no, sweet gentleness is what's asking and saying. Also too has a way of like reflecting conflict and arguments as well. I'm gonna do one more. I got shadow self. So I know with the shadow self is, that's probably why it's calling for gentleness, is so you don't pull from out of the shadow self. I mean, there's nothing wrong with the shadow self, but a lot of times we don't want to come from that place. We want to explain that place. We want to maybe even share that place or that that area. But when it comes to certain things, we want to share more of that light gentleness and compared to things within the shadow. And also too, sharing and being within that gentleness could help somebody in their shadow as well. No, she's not back just yet.
Well, we'll move on to Casey Duran, and we will let Cassie. Why do I keep calling him Casey? Oh my goodness! And then we will come back to Casey Perry when Cassie Perry.
Katy Perry.
When Rebecca comes back.
There she is. She's back.
Okay, then. Hello.
Sorry about that.
Cassie
Sorry
Perry,
about that. Yeah, I'll just finish that page for her. And all it says is, for now, you must rest. Okay, so no more looking for love.
Well,
or
she didn't
wanting
hear any
love.
of that page.
Oh, didn't she at all?
Nope, because you froze before you started reading it.
All right then. You have been hurt, and this hurt feels bruised. It may have been called a lover's quarrel or an unrequited love. It may have been a breakup. It may have been an adventure in love that has turned very harsh. I'm here to help you mend. I will not let your broken heart bleed. I will wash it clear. I will heal it with balance, and I will place a bandage over the wound as protection and send you some more healing that is deep and restful in sleep, and may the peace return to you. I want you to take it easy on the path of love for now. Soon you will feel your vitality return, but for now, it's a time just to rest that heart. There you go, Mel. Sorry about that.
I read while you were trying to get back in, so I already went.
Yeah,
All right.
we used our time wisely. Now we're going to read for Casey Derwin.
Casey,
what number would you like between 8 and 97, please? Oh, Cassie, sorry.
Yeah, she keeps calling
Cassie.
They're doing the same thing too. Cassie.
Yeah, I keep calling them all Casey instead of Cassie, and I'm just like, oh my gosh.
Yeah, so just pick a number between 8 and 97, please.
I guess we both have Casey on the brain instead of Cassie today. I felt so
And then
bad.
I've got dragons. Got the dragons.
That's cool. This is a card that I pulled for you, Cassie Derwin. This is the Eight of Pentacles. This card indicates that you're not really doing what you should be doing. You should be learning. You should be more focused. You should be more determined. And you're kind of just brushing everything underneath the rug. You need to take that time and you need to gain your focus back. You need to work on what you should be working on. You need to develop that focus and that discernment so you can get what you want. I feel like you really know where you're supposed to go. You're just kind of hesitant to go that way. Why? I think you're scared a little bit of not being up to par, not really being able to achieve what your goals are. And whether or not you achieve your goals isn't important. What is important is the lessons you learn along the way. So if you can kind of jumpstart that and start working on these lessons, even if you don't learn everything, you're going to learn a lot more than you are now. Okay, Rebecca.
Okay, yeah, if you would like to pick a number between 8 and 97, I'll get to that. And I've just picked a dragon card for you. Excuse me. And it says Dragon Connections. Dragons know loyalty. And when we connect, it is a deep and enduring loyalty. Whether you desire a friend, a lover, or a partner for life, you need to use this energy to create a companionship that is precious to you. So the mind can manifest if you have this continual dialogue of connecting with someone and you're saying to yourself, this connection is not good. I can't see this being a good connection. It's not a great connection. That is what's going to happen. You're not going to have a really good connection because you're manifesting that. So this card is telling you to manifest connections on a better level for yourself of what you want to come into your life. To have a true companionship and to have true love, you need to make sure you're manifesting that from the mind as well, because that you attract, what you're calling out in life. So that's what it's saying. Be more mindful of what you're putting out for the connections that you're wanting in life. I haven't received a number yet. Can you see one?
No, I don't see one either. So,
Okay.
Cassie Derwin, if you could pick a number between 8 and 97.
Please.
In the meantime, we can let Mel read for her.
Yeah,
Okay.
absolutely.
All right, Cassie. And the podcast, yes, we have to do some podcasting. And I love that you're doing that. I love it. So it's very Gemini of you. Oh, and it went flying. Hold on, grab it.
Go on! Run, German! Run!
Michael.
Run. I want the
Oh,
number to shine.
perception flew out, but I'm going to put it back in. And we do a good hard shuffle. We lost Sarah. And should we go back on here a minute? Oh, two of them came out at the same time. Truth and thought. So this is sharing your truth and the thoughts of your truth, and being aware of your thoughts, because knowing that your thoughts, they're powerful even before they even form into words of communication. But this is about communication. But yeah, sharing your truth and your thoughts as well, and the truth deep within, because there's hidden jewels there. So you're speaking your truth and sharing the truth of your thoughts and being awareness of it, and knowing that it's powerful, like extremely powerful. See if I think she's back, and there she is. Booted yourself out again.
Away, story of my life.
Make sure, yeah, they are. They're the vintage, or they're just awesome. They're the vintage oracle. That was weird.
Did Cassie Derwin ever give you a number?
I don't think she did. Cassie Derwin, Rebecca needs a number.
Okay, well, I guess while we're waiting for her to give a number, we can read the last person, which is Matt.
Last but not least.
Let me shuffle these cards for him. They're probably going to tell him to read some books.
Yes, I got that earlier today too for some reason. No, no way.
Because he hasn't read any books. Okay. This is a little disturbing. Matt, this is the card I pulled for you. I pulled it like this in the reverse position, but obviously it would look like that. This card is a star card. And the reverse in the upright position, it symbolizes hope and new beginning, but it's in the reverse position. So in this particular position, it's indicating that you kind of have that lack of desire and that lack of hope. And the only way you're going to get it back is by manifesting different things that have a different outcome than what you've already tried. So you need to pretty much stop repeating the same thing you've already done and break that cycle and move forward in a way that is productive and is not only going to help you learn, but help you improve your life and your lifestyle in general. Because I feel like you are kind of overcompensating a little bit in your life right now. You're projecting things much differently than they actually are inside your head. And I think that's a little bit problematic for you because you want to believe the things that you're saying and you're reading, but it's kind of like there's that disconnect that's going on there. So I really, really would like you to read some of those books. All right, Rebecca.
I had to pull 3 dragon cards for him for some reason. So I've got the 3 dragon cards. And Matt, I need a number between 8 and 97, please. And it's the first number, not the second number that you'll choose. All right, so the first dragon is Dragon Fire. Dragon Fire is magical. With it, you can reignite the sacred fire that burns within. Let us breathe gently upon this now. Let the healing of the dragon flame begin within. Dragon Fortune. We dragons know about when to take a chance and to seize the moment. A life-changing event is opening up before you. See it now, take the chance, and step into this new beginning. Dragon Love. Love endures. It preserves and it creates the conditions of growth. We dragons now offer you all that you need to create loving bonds that will enrich and inspire you. Open your heart wide and be ready to receive. Woo! So the dragons are, dragon fire. Well, you're fire sign, so that makes sense. 13. Unlucky for some, Matt. Unlucky for some. Let's have a look. 13. Ooh, the sea beacon fairy speaks. I do hold up the light, but only you can choose as to whether the direction I will lead you is in the right one for this time. It may be your salvation I lead you to. It may be that I am gathering souls and you will perish upon the rocks or drown in the cold seas. I know this is hard to hear. It is not a sure thing, this advice and guidance you have received. And for all its instance that comes from the light, I want you to know that all of those who do work in the light are not those who need to follow, are not those who you need to follow at this time. I understand this may be confusing, but I am assuring you mostly of one great truth, that perhaps you must find your own way at this time. There you go, my darling. Your turn, Mel.
All right. Let me shuffle. This toilet paper keeps like rolling up into my ass. It's like it scares me every single time it does. Like freaks me out. I don't know what it is. All right. Shuffle.
In a about 15 minutes.
Oh, release the beast. But look at that. Look at that. It's even a little horned, like Aries type looking creature. So the release. This is releasing old energy, releasing old ways of thinking, releasing anything that could be toxic or not beneficial to you, releasing things that you're holding on too tightly to, releasing the need to have any type of control and just go with the flow, releasing not just negative thinking, but releasing the need to be exact or on anything. Just it's like go with the flow. Just release it all and then flow with it when you do a release. And even like an energetic energy release, like if you're doing any type of meditation or working with crystals, just like release that extra, because Aries actually does have a lot of excess energy with fire signs for sure, but especially Aries, that excess energy that just kind of like illuminates around you and flows and just kind of, and that can get still stagnant energy. Like release that, put that in some crystals or put that into something. But yes, you need to do like a releasing, like a sauna or even a hot tub or something that's going to heat your body.
That's why the dragon came in his shower. Yes, that's why the dragons come in his shower. Now it makes sense. Well done. It's a release. Sorry, Mel.
I put him about 13 as my card. Yeah, Hecate's birthday's on the 13th. 13th, yeah, 13. This morning I checked the transit and we had a couple planets at 13. But,
and I bet you he's seen 13 owls in the last week if he actually counted them all up. Father Sun, see, Matt? Fire, release.
Yep, definitely being called to release something.
Well, I'm sitting here keeping track of everybody's reading, and this is what I decided to doodle. Well, shit.
That's what it says.
I'm just sitting here, like, doodling, do. And that's what I ended up writing.
I'm sorry, guys. If I sort of start going in and out, I'm down to my last gig of data, so you'll have to forgive me. I'll be off here for a couple of days till I get more. Unless you make a donation.
Yes. And because we still have that session. We're gonna do with I'm losing my. I don't know what it goes, but I should probably see if that's because we still got to do that. But hold on, let me do something here. Now who is there? Anybody else?
No, I think
that's all that I have. This is the last call for readings. If anybody wants one, speak now or forever hold your peace, or until the next show at least.
Yes. And I can learn my new cards. Whoop whoop.
Whoop whoop.
I was so excited. It was at the front door and I've just gone, oh, I know where that's from.
You can use the door to pay. You know what? I was gonna grab Rebecca. Do you have your link? Or let me see here. Do you have your PayPal link? Yeah, you can to PayPal or there's Christy.
Christy wants a reading. Hi, Christy.
Yeah. Do you want me to put the link? Where do you want me to put it?
You give it to me in Messenger, and I'll put it in the chat. All right, for everybody in the comments.
Shuffle for you, Christy.
And then we're gonna get out. Me and Rebecca need to get off here because we have a session.
There you go. So that's
you put it
in private chat, Mel.
Yes.
Okay.
Cassie, Derwin, we did do you just a few minutes ago.
Yes, darling.
Are you guys gonna read for Christy before we jump off?
Yeah, we can get me through it real quickly.
Sure. If Cassie wants to give me a number between 8 and 97, that'd be great.
Yeah, Cassie Derwin, yes. If you give Rebecca a number, she will read the last part of your reading, which she didn't get to before because you weren't here to give a number.
Mel, I put my PayPal in the private chat in the comments.
Okay, and I put it in the comments for everybody to see in the regular comments if they like to donate. Yes, because we need Rebecca. She has to be here.
Thank you.
That could be, Matt. We can talk more about that later if you want.
Yeah, I want to talk to you later, Matt.
She said her Wi-Fi went out, but the number she wants is 13. And while you're reading
Okay,
from her book, I'll shuffle for Christy.
All right, so number 13 out of vampires is I'm going to do for you. So.
Yeah, and I pulled Truth and Thought. If you go back, rewind back, it's on there.
Yeah. So Cassie Derwin, I pulled Knowledge. Can you imagine what it would be like to have a lifetime likely to stretch for 1,000 years or more, to learn, to study, and to discover? For this is what we vampires have, an eternity to study knowledge. The best of our kind take this miraculous opportunity to study, learn, and develop wisdom. And we can only see knowledge now that wants to seek you out. It is time to consider a great treasure of houses of wisdom that exist in your world. That means picking up a book, opening up the internet for a reliable source. It is time to step beyond being entertained by the trivial sideshow of the mainstream television and entertainment, to cease sleepwalking through your life, and to become more aware of the decreasing span of your precious mortal days. Ask yourself what it is that you wish to learn right now. Is it a language? Is it to paint? Is it to think and think well? To use your gift of the human mind? Perhaps medicine, herbalism, or some other science that will attract you. It is time. We say then, for the greater capacity to study and learn. It is time for you to read more, to explore more, and to learn more. Live and die and experience all that you wish to through the treasure of the story and the treasure of knowledge that the books around you have to offer. This message can only indicate a need to do some more groundwork on your own beliefs and your own knowledge that has been questioned at this time. Remember, questions are good. They're good because that means you will source the information that you are looking for. All right, so Cassie, whatever it is that you are seeking, you already have the answer. The whole thing is using discernment. So when you're going into knowledge, something that resonates with you is usually what is the best, and something that doesn't resonate with you is usually something you must look into and explore, because there's something usually in that can bring you back. Okay, so yeah, it's some type of knowledge is coming. So read, my darling. It's a time to absorb. Be that sponge, because you have that beautiful brain and the capacity to do so, Cassie. Well done.
That's why where thought comes in at too. Yeah, thought and truth. So yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, now we are reading for Christy.
Christy?
Yes.
Okay, Christy, can I please have a number between 8 and 97, please? And I'll choose a book and then read to you. Thank you. Sorry, Sarah.
Oh, you're okay. Okay, Christy, this is the card I pulled for you. I pulled it in the reverse position, but I'm going to flip it around and show it to you in the upright so you can get a better sense of what it looks like. This card is the paranormal. It's not a card that's in most tarot decks, but it is in this one, the Beautiful Creatures deck. And it basically talks about curiosity, but it's in the upright. It's not in the upright position. It's in the reverse position, which triggers you have too much curiosity. Not that too much curiosity is a bad thing, but when it spreads yourself a little thin, you don't have the ability to dive into those areas that are needing to be more developed. So instead of being curious about everything, you need to develop a clear path and stay on that. So you need to kind of guide yourself on what you're interested in and stick with that until you get some of the basic knowledge down, and then move on to something different. You'll learn and you'll experience things much more prolifically. And your turn,
Okay.
Rebecca. And she chose number 10. Hi, Daniel.
Okay. All right. So this is for Christy. Right, Christy, the dragon card says, Dragon Queen, rise up, Embrace the might within, the warrior, the queen, the mother, the empress, the witch. Stand beneath the stars, dance with the sunbeams. Show this human world your grace and power. But in saying that, the absinthe fairy speaks. You know how it is. You start having a glass of wine after dinner each evening. Then before long, one becomes two. Then two becomes three. If you do not drink alcohol, there is another addictive substance tempting you at the moment. It could be food, it could be shoes, or it could be negative thinking, or even gossip. While all these addictions can be absolutely delicious, they also leave a really sour aftertaste in your mouth, and the guilty energy remains for far too long. You have turned up in life knowing, I have turned up in your life knowing that my gift to you is the awareness of an addiction, of the temptation that you are convinced may be harmless. I'm here to point out to you that they are powerful and that you are currently vulnerable. And you can change your life by refusing to fall under the spell of the addiction. I am your signal to find support for a clear living, a bright living, in bright ways that you do not leave you feeling drained, disorientated, or disenchanted. So, Christy, it's saying that, even bad love, there's a particular boyfriend that can give you this type of, boot on the chin, a Stockholm syndrome. You fall in love with that, and that's a type of addiction. Addiction can come in all forms. It can be candles, it can be shoes, it can be the pokies, it can be gambling, lotto, it can be a lot of things. So whatever is taking most of your mind and you're thinking that it is harmless, it's actually doing more damage than you can see on the surface. So I would say beware. And that's why this dragon card comes into play. You are already the queen. You do not need to explain this to anybody. You do not need to prove it to yourself. You already have that status. Now you need to embrace your own power and realize that the willpower that you have, Christy, is actually more than any addiction can hold over you. It's a choice. What are you going to choose, my honey? Because it says here, you're already the queen. So step into that light and be the queen that you deserve to be. Mwah. Go, Mel.
Good. It's really good. All right.
Oh, Rose said she didn't get to pick a number, Mel.
She didn't pick a number?
Rose said she didn't.
Didn't I? Oh, didn't I? You can pick. You can pick a number.
No, it was when you popped off. So
Okay. Rose, you can pick a number. You can have both books, one book, whatever, darling. You tell me.
And then Beck will read it for you after we do. After she finishes.
And we should have a session too. And it's I know it's getting late over there. All right.
Yeah, it's getting late over here.
Yeah. All right, Chrissy. I pulled trust. Ooh. So trust
in herself.
It's this is it definitely it does definitely talk about like with the trusting of the self, but there's something else though, like of a trusting, and I can't just pick it up. Okay, I'm gonna pull another card here, but a trust, like something like an information or something that's gonna come to you that you can trust within, that's gonna assist you, and then thought, okay, so trust the thoughts that come in, because a lot of times those thoughts that are coming in, they are communication, they are messages from your mother, and so they're gonna be like a period of time like where it will be like your thoughts coming in, but it will be like somebody like significant like your mom, or somebody that going to share some information with you, and to trust within it, because it's going to be something that you're going to be needing. But yeah, so it's information, but it's going to come in a thought form for you, so that's going to be beneficial. And then abundance was the next card out of that. So yes, definitely something to be very, very beneficial and trusted. So yes, a message of thought, and it's gonna happen soon. And for a second, I was like, what the hell? But yeah. Okay, so you need to pull one for Rose.
She wanted a number out of the book, Mel. That's what it was.
Yeah, she picked 25. And then we'll hop off here and do it and finish another night.
Okay, the three witchy sisters speak. We can sense around you some strange energy, and we three are tuning in so we can identify and explain to you what it is happening, and in the wave of three, very clearly and very simply, and without any fear at all, because this problem may not even be a problem. It is simply something you do not understand yet. So let us come in, let us help you, and we will soon share exactly what it is. But you must help us by being aware, awake, and alert to what is around you. So let the ladies in. All right. They're going to come in and they're going to pick up on that energy that you're not sure what it is. But I am not getting bad energy. I'm just getting that you don't understand what the energy is. That's all. It's a download. Oh. Rose, it's a download coming. You've got some new, how can I put it? You've got some new missions coming up that are part of your purpose. So, yeah, be very aware and alert, because the download that's coming is going to take you onto the next journey. That's the second half of your life. I don't know where the fuck that's coming from, but there you go. That's for you.
Then here it is.
Melanie, Cassie wants the PayPal link again.
I need the PayPal again. Oh, okay. I'll get lovely Mel to do that, because she's brilliant. I'm hopeless.
Cassie wants the PayPal link again.
Okay. There we go.
Night, Christy. Take care, darling. Be well.
Sweet dreams, and you be careful of those and dreaming. You know, if you have to, you know,
Did Daniel
put a guardrail up, and I'm gonna say stuff, but I'm not gonna say it. I'm not gonna say it. She knows what I'm talking about.
Were we supposed to give Daniel a reading?
I don't think he asked for one.
Oh, okay. I don't know if I missed it. That's all. Hi, Daniel. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to ignore you, darling. Technology. Ask Mel. Me and technology are not friends. I'm trying.
And Daniel said if you want to.
You're more than welcome, Cassie. Thank you.
Yeah.
Oh, sure. I'll pick a dragon card for you, mate. I don't mind. Dragons are telling me they want to show off a little bit today. I don't know why. They're usually pretty quiet.
Then I
pick a number between 8 and 97.
Well.
Daniel, please, Daniel. Between 8 and 97. All right, let's see what the dragons got to say for Daniel.
I'm shuffling for him now.
Thank you, darling. Daniel. Ooh. I think you already know some of this. Are you going to go first, Sarah?
Oh, you can go first. I'm still shuffling, unless you.
All right. Yep, I'm ready.
Ready.
You can pick between Daniel. Pick a page between 8 and 97, and I'll get to you on that one. But the dragons have now spoken, and it says, "Dragon of the ancient ones, as you become an elder, the members of your clan will look to you for wisdom and experience. You're an ancient soul. You are to be respected and honored as you grow old. So you're a bit of a well, I'm getting you're a bit of a celebrity in your family, apparently. This is what I'm getting. And some people actually seek out your advice because they actually respect your advice. So I think that's very wonderful. I'm actually getting a really good warm feeling here. So that's really good. Dragons are pretty bang on too. I'm impressed with that. Right. So you picked 17, did you? Let's have a look. 17. 17. Da, da, da. Ha-ha. It's the trick or the treaters that speak. We may look dark and scary to some, but truly, we are also fun and peace-loving magical ones. Don't judge everyone by their appearance. Instead, understand what lies beneath and discover what it is that they actually want, and then feel out for any strings that may be attached. We want you to exercise your feeling and your clairsentience, which is what we were talking about earlier, the ability to know and not to rely upon appearance for signals only. Then we would like you to meet with us so we can share our experiences with you and hear more of your story. So, yeah, so some people, like I've said, obviously the card is people will seek out your advice because that's what you do and that's part of your purpose. But don't judge everybody that's going to come and seek your advice, because there's someone that's going to look like they don't want much, or they have underlining issues or underlining things with you, but it's not. There's actually, you've just got to scratch under the surface for this particular person, because then you'll realize what it's all about. But yeah, so just keep it, don't judge people too harshly. I mean, I don't think you do. I think that you just have this preconceived idea that people must respect you, and I understand that. But sometimes we've got to give that respect to get it back. Hope that helps, Daniel. Mwah.
This is a card that I pulled for you. I pulled it in the reverse position. I'm going to show it to you in the upright position. That way you can just see what it looks like a little better. This card is the Judgment. This card talks a lot about opportunities that you have that you may have felt like you maybe missed out on an opportunity that would have been good for you. This card kind of reminds you that missed opportunities aren't necessarily a bad thing, because they pave the way for opportunities that come up where you would have been preoccupied already. So the reason you may have missed some of these opportunities that you didn't get to take advantage of is because they weren't meant for you. The time wasn't right. The opportunity wasn't the right opportunity for you to achieve the goals that you wanted on the long-term platform. Okay, Mel, your turn.
All right.
Hi, Ruth. Thanks for joining us. The first time tuning in. Thank you.
And this is for who? Daniel? Who's Daniel?
He's a lovely
Daniel
person.
Stagger. He knows you.
Oh, Strangler. Okay, I know. Okay, that's I believe he belongs to Miss May West.
I butchered names.
Virgo.
I'm so sorry.
If I'm correct. Let me know if I'm correct or not, Danielle.
May West said it's my hubby.
Yep, it says they belongs to me. I got released. I got the same card that I got from Matt, but it was definitely a releasing of energies. Definitely, major energy. Not to the extent of how, like with Matt, but releasing of a lot of mental nervous energy, because Virgos, you guys are all I could talk so much about Virgos like all day long. You guys harness that mercurial energy, and mercurial energy, what it does is the first place it hits is your stomach. Virgos tend to have like a lot of stomach issues because they have all that built up, pent up energy. And what happens is whenever you guys can't communicate something or release something, a lot of times it can be something communicative, then that energy gets pent up and it fucks with your stomach. And
Yeah.
And so that yes, the releasing of energies, and that's releasing what's on your mind. Sometimes you guys have to like be like Sagittarius and just word vomit it out, just get it out there, get it off your chest, you know. So and not keep it all pent up and everything. So that's really hard on your guys' body.
Oh, we have another Virgo in the building.
Yeah, Ruth is a new viewer and she would like us to pull a card for her.
And she's a Virgo with a Virgo moon.
Her birthday is 9/8/79 is the birthday, Mel.
Oh, so she is she's born on an 8. She's a very Saturnian Virgo, but that
She
Virgo
says
moon
she
though.
really
Oh
needs
my
to
goodness.
read. I need to know why my work is on my ass constantly as I'm not complying with mask wearing. I need to know what's going to happen next.
Oh, that's Penny.
You live in New
All right,
York.
Penny, we'll talk to you after. Nothing's going to happen.
Yeah.
Keep standing in your truth.
But Jude,
Keep standing in your truth.
Ruth would like a reading as well. She is a first-time viewer, she says.
All right, I'm pulling a dragon card for Ruth. Pick a number between 8 and 97, please. Ruth.
Sure, Daniel. Have a good night.
Thank you, Daniel. Mwah. We don't judge Virgos. We just love them. They always come near the Leos.
Remember, if you've received a reading,
You said September 8th, 1979.
she picked number 33. Ruth picked 33.
Thank you. Let's get this one. It's a lovely dragon card for her. Dragon wisdom, Ruth. We dragons send you the right teacher at the right time. Check in with your guidance and follow the signs because there's a wise mentor that's coming to help you and it will be revealed soon. Dragon power, love dragon power.
According to this, it says if you were born September 8th, 1979, then you would be well, you're the goat, and you would have an Aries moon. Virgo with an Aries moon.
Oh, Virgo with an Aries moon. Ooh, fiery.
With a Mercury in Virgo, Venus in Virgo. Oh, yeah, that's a little spell going on. You've got Saturn in Virgo. Holy smoky, that's a lot of Virgo. So the Sun,
And it was number
Mercury,
33.
Venus, and Saturn. You got 5 planets in Virgo.
Ooh. Here you go,
I've got a
Ruth.
Stillman in Virgo. I've got my Mars, Jupiter, and Saturn in Virgo, and that's where my perfectionism comes in at, and my OCD. Ooh, you're shaking.
Right,
You're
Ruth.
shaking like that.
Penny, we'll get to you in a second, Penny.
Ruth, it says, Kali speaks. The great Kali. I am the dancer who moves through the fire, who yields my sword and severs the cords of energy that entangle you, and who is not afraid of the death that needs to happen. Every act of destruction is an act of creation. And this is no act of pointless destruction and brutality. It is a clearing out of all that leeching energy that's leeching on you, Ruth. And it's saying that you're stuck and it's draining you and abrading you and making those relationships a little bit harder and becoming stuck. So whether you realize it or not, you called upon the Kali. And they have come to clear the path to destroy all that you have longed to let go of. Okay? Some things, time has come. So time has come for a lot of things, actually. I'm not just getting some things, a lot of things. And it will be born anew. And it will be born again, but in a different form. As nothing ever really truly dies. It only changes and transmutes. And that time has come. This pure fire energy and the great mother is about to dance the dance of death with you, only for you to face it and bring it into the new. So yeah, whether it's relationship work or friendships, it could be a death of anything. All right. I'm not saying it's a physical death. I do not get physical death, but something needs to really die for you to put it into the ashes, for it to be reborn into something new with new ideas and a better foundation. Okay. And this is what's happening now. I'm actually going through this myself, Ruth, where I'm smashing all the old foundations and recreating new ones that are going to make me soar and feel better, so that every pillar I put on top of that foundation now has this beautiful, stable abundance and can't go anywhere. And that's what I'm seeing for you at the moment. You know, and the dragon wisdom is there's going to be someone coming to you to help you do this. So it's a support system, you know, and you need that right now, Ruth, and that's okay, because the phoenix, you know, is what we all are. We all need to die just a little to be reborn a better person. So I hope that helps, Ruth. And just remember, it's always a choice. And you're choosing this because you want to be a better person than what you were yesterday, than what you were a month ago. And so you called for it. It is coming. And you know, it's like you're just clearing all those branches that no longer need you. You know, they're all dead. So you're just cutting them off because you can't feed them anymore. All right, my darling. Mwah. Go, Sarah.
This is a card I pulled for you. This card is the Six of Cups. It is all about memories and remembering things that have happened in the past. It correlates with Rebecca's card because as you're reevaluating how things went and making new ways to move forward, it's important to remember the good times of the past, the good times that you have already had. Not everything that has happened in your past should be discarded. You should take care when you're discarding information and ideology that you've had in the past, not because it doesn't suit you anymore, but because sometimes just the memories help to trigger us and remind us that the past wasn't as bad as we may think it was in this current situation. Because sometimes we look at things and we think, oh, it's really bad right now. But when we go back and we look a couple years down the road, we realize it wasn't as bad as we thought it was. So it's important to remember the memories that help to make you who you are. Mel.
All right, give me just a moment here to shuffle. And I'm trying to...
I'm actually making candles, Maid West. I'm making sage candles. Little sage tea lights in different colors.
Rose said somebody is sending private messages to people from this broadcast.
Oh, Jesus
Oh,
Christ.
really?
What's the name on it?
We don't condone that, anybody.
Do you know who it is, Rose?
If anybody's private messaging you, let them know that Mr. T's coming for their ass. That's my inner diva.
I know they were happier times, Ruth, but at the same time, there are happy times to remember in that. But you also need to not stay in the past. You don't look in the rear vision mirror, do you, all the time? You only look in it briefly to make sure that what you're looking behind, you're not going to hit it again. Okay? Yeah. So always look forward, honey. Always look forward. It's fine looking in the rear vision mirror and going, oh, wow, it was a happier time. But you now have a choice to make this time right now where you are happy. Okay? And whatever that looks like to you, happiness is not defined by what somebody else says on the television. Happiness is defined by what you want it to be. Mwah.
Good. Put it in my charger.
Hi, Lee.
Get this certificate. And I'm reading for Ruth, right?
Yes.
Thanks, Rose.
And then we need to read for Penny.
We don't private message people. Just so as a disclaimer, anybody
we have that session, and you know we may have missed it by now because it's gone a little late. We've got a private session. I don't know.
Sorry.
I need to. I don't even know if she's still up or not.
Okay. Well, we'll check that out. But no one will ever message you unless you have given them permission to message you. Please be very mindful. People are scamming and they will try and contact you and say that we sent you. No, you are to message us first unless we have your permission to message you.
Yes, you're reading for Ruth, Mel.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ooh.
What is that?
Okay, she's still up. Okay,
That's me alarm.
All right, so for Ruth, I got strength. So knowing your power, knowing your power of situation and your strength of situation. Well, strength and power are two different things. But yes, and standing within your strength, and it's a very much needed Virgo thing to do. To always be in that strength of things, and to just stand firm in it, and don't let anybody push you push you over or take that away from you, no matter what it is. It doesn't matter what it is. I'm gonna put one more here. And then we got grace. You know, and you can always stand in your strength and grace. I forgot to turn my camera on. I thought I had it on. But yes, you can stand in your grace while you are standing in your strength. Because, you know, and then that just makes it even more regal, more beautiful, and very, and like, you know, very light-sided Virgo. Like, you know, that's when it becomes angelic, when you're standing in your grace and within your strength, within, you know, that power. But so even that gracefulness with that power and that strength. Yeah, but don't let anybody take that strength away from you, and you stand firm in that. So you are protected. So divinely protected.
Thanks, Rose. Okay, next we're doing Penny, and Lee Bridges has asked if we have time to do a reading on her.
Are you able to get to the into the message? Are able to do message at the same time right now, Rebecca? She's like, no.
Okay, I'm gonna pull
Oh, I think
for
she said no problem. Oh, is there any way that we could we do it in message or private chat? We'll pull some cards for you there, because we really do need to get going on the session. She's been waiting patiently.
Well, you know what? We could just say, if we did not get to you tonight, we'll try to do another live tomorrow, and we'll put you guys on the list first. So I'm going to put Penny on the list first for the next time we do one.
You know, and actually for Penny, I can actually pull for Penny later after the session. I can. That wouldn't be a problem.
I put you guys on my list for next time. We've been doing this video for we've seriously.
It's going on 2 hours and 11 minutes.
Yeah, so we really need to jump off because we have private sessions to do. But if you would like to book a private session, please feel free to message us and book a session, and we will try to do another live video tomorrow or the next day.
Yep, and we have sessions going on. If you want a session with all three of us, we're $45 for a session. Get, you know, Astro, Tarot, look at some different things, energy.
Yeah, we also do spiritual counseling and teaching sessions as well. So
yes, and training. So yes. So yep, Sacred Dragon or Purple Dem, and you can get me out from one of them too. So we're usually not too far from each other.
Love you guys. Remember to follow us so you can see our videos next time we go live.
And if anybody's spamming you, tell them that Mr. T is coming for them. And
thanks,
yeah,
guys.
so
Have a good night.
And
thanks, Ruth.
Oh, and for the spammers.
Love you guys.
Right, you guys have a good night.